The city keeps moving, but behind these closed doors, the weight of expensive storefront dreams has become too heavy to carry. I was once part of that cycle, needing more space, better lighting, and a fancy showroom, until I realized the real cost was my own freedom. When your revenue only exists to pay rent, you're no longer a business owner, you're just a tenant. So, I decided to stop chasing the image and step back. Welcome to my new workplace. This small room in front of my house is only about 20 square meters. It is nothing like my old shop. And honestly, it took some time to get used to it. But moving back home was not about giving up. It was about reducing my costs and giving myself some room to breathe. I no longer need to pay for a large storefront just to have a place to store machines, filters, and tools. I still have the same work to do. I still meet customers, repair machines, replace filters, and install new systems. The space is smaller, but the work itself hasn't changed. Maybe a small business doesn't always need to look big. Maybe it just needs to work. For me, running a leaner business doesn't mean trying to be the cheapest. It means being more careful about where the money goes. The money I used to spend on rent can now stay in the business, go into better tools, better service, or simply give me a little more financial breathing room. My showroom is smaller now, but my customers can still find me online. And instead of waiting for people to walk into a shop, I can go directly to their homes when they need me. In many ways, the business has become more mobile. I spend less time sitting in a storefront and more time actually doing the work. And I've started to realize something. Customers may remember the shop where they bought a machine, but what they really remember is what happens when that machine has a problem. That's where trust is built. After moving my business home, I started noticing that I wasn't the only one trying to reduce costs. Around my city, I've seen small shops close, move, get smaller. Or change the way they operate. I don't know what is happening in every business, and I don't want to pretend that I have the answer. But for small business owners, The pressure is real. Rent, competition, online shopping, and changing customer habits are making many people rethink the way they work. Maybe some businesses will survive by moving online. Maybe others will move home. Some may find a smaller space. And some may decide that continuing in the old way simply doesn't make sense anymore. Perhaps this is not the end of small businesses. Perhaps it is simply the beginning of a different way of doing business. For me, moving home has given me something I didn't realize I was missing: a little more freedom. I have less space now, but I also have fewer monthly expenses. I still don't know whether this was the right decision. Maybe it will work. Maybe I'll have to change again someday. But I think that's part of running a small business. You make a decision, you try it, you watch what happens. And then you decide what to do next. Maybe the real question isn't whether a small business needs a shop. Maybe the question is, what does a small business really need to survive? I'm Nguyen. This is my small business in Hai Phong, Vietnam. And I'm still trying to find the answer.